guys. I'm trying to pull up everything I want to show you because I was going to do this on YouTube and then my YouTube software just went to shit. So, we're here. And I wanted to do it over there because I always go live here and then have to download it from here and upload it over there. So I was like, just do it over there. And I've been trying to do that. My software I hate it when software doesn't work. Being a software person, software that doesn't work properly, it's a pet peeve of mine that I just fucking hate it so much. Anyway, as usual, remember you guys, if you have any questions, drop it in the little question box because the comments are going through and I am not seeing anything, okay? And I also hate so many things. I'm sorry, I'm like in a annoyed mood because for the last 10 minutes I've been trying to go live on YouTube and not being able to. But I hate the camera from Instagram lives, and then my setup on YouTube is so much better, but then it didn't want to work today, so. Okay, enough of that. Let's go into Happy Town, okay? I have a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna start with the Morgan Taylor Little Mermaid just because it's something new that recently released and I haven't had a chance to cover it. So, just gonna get right into it, and then I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys, and I'm not gonna have a chance to do it all on dedicated videos, so I'm like, just do it live, share all the things, and that's it. Okay, let me zoom in a tiny bit. I also have a couple questions that you guys submitted on my story and some other stuff that came from YouTube. All right, so first up in the Little Mermaid collection by Morgan Taylor, we have Let's Grab a Bite. It is very obvious who this is inspired by. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them. I hope you guys can see everything fine. Let me know if anything needs fixing, but I think we're okay. And if you're new to Morgan Taylor, their brushes are amazing. One of the most underrated brushes in mainstream, in my opinion. All right. This one is a coral red. It is gorgeous, but it does have some sort of a tone-on-tone pearly shimmer thing going on. It is very delicate, okay? You can barely see it, but it's definitely there, and I think you might be able to see it in the bottle a little bit better. Do you guys see that? In that angle, you can definitely see it, okay? And then up next, we have the purple. It's called Tell Me About It, and it definitely does have more details in there that are not a shimmer. It seems like a pearl with like some sort of a micro flaky of some sort. Let's see. And remember that polishes dry a little bit darker and also have very bright studio light. If you were to take this, you know, into like a less bright light, it wouldn't be so bright, you know. All right. I'm not a fan of pearls that have either glitter or flakies because they tend to not look very nice together. So we'll see. Okay, this is okay. It works very smoothly, but it does have that pearly finish. I don't like that, so didn't like it before this live, still don't like it. Nothing's changed. Okay, and then up next we have All Sands on Deck. This was like a chartreuse neon sort of thing, and a bunch of brands have been doing chartreusey type of colors, which I love, so I'm not mad at the color. But it is a pearly finish, which is like, why? Why did you have to do that? Look, it's very pearly. Very pearly. We'll see. These brushes are so fantastic. My goodness gracious. It's like, they make everything better. If this polish had a bad brush, so yeah, it's tricky on the first coat. You're gonna need to build that one up. Let me do a second coat just so you guys can get the whole thing. This one's probably a one coater for nails that don't have ridges. My ring fingers are very rigid, but this is fantastically beautiful, you guys. This camera is horrible and it's not showing how beautiful this color is, but oh my god, you're gonna have to trust me. And then let's wrap up this pearly things. It's like, they feel to me like old polish from like whatever year, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's just not my thing. I understand that some people like them because if not, brands wouldn't do them, but I am just not some people when it comes to that. It's like, ugh, Why do we do this to ourselves? But I mean, they do have good quality. You just saw it. This one builds very nice opacities, barely any streaks at all, and builds up nice. And then this one as well. It has this one has a very beautiful summery color. I mean, I wish the finish wasn't what it is, but it's very easy to work with. As you guys saw, it applies nicely. It's not complicated, you know? So that's this 3, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and show you the next 3 now, but I need to remove these, okay? Because I don't have enough fingers. So, since we're talking about, you know, Morgan Taylor, I feel like these polishes are so like underrated, you guys. I don't know, do you guys agree? I feel like they have one of the best brushes in mainstream. The only one that they're not, I mean, so let me see. Morgan Taylor has a fantastic brush. Essie's have fantastic brushes except the Expressi. Color Club has a fantastic brush, and so does Zoya with their white brush. But Morgan Taylor brushes are better than OPI, better than China Glaze. They're so underrated. They apply like butter. It's really, really nice, I have to say. I don't know why they're not more like, I don't know. And they also have a lot. Maybe, you know what I've noticed? I've noticed that customers don't seem to like bottles that are so bulky. I don't know why that is. Because I feel like the same happens with ORLY. ORLY has like a lot more product than all the other mainstreams. They have fantastic quality. Their brushes have done some changes in the last couple of years, but they're for the most part pretty good. Formulas are good, colors are good, you know. And that huge ass bottle, I'm thinking like, well, I'm not thinking. I've talked to people about this, I've asked. People don't like it, they're bulky. I don't know, you know? Aesthetics matter a lot for people. But these, I think they're great. And I don't know, they're just not properly rated in my opinion. But you know, I was thinking about that today because I'm browsing on my feed here on Instagram, and I keep seeing like so many new brands, you know? And I'm thinking to myself like, Jesus, like so many brands, like how do you break into the market? How do you like say, here I am, I'm better, or at least I'm good enough to compete with all these people? Like Morgan Taylor is mainstreaming, you know? They're competing with like the OPIs and the China Glazes and the Essies, and it's tough, you know? It's tough because I think they're very, very good. Now, I don't do wear tests, so I couldn't even tell you if they last long or not. You guys know I'm a fan of doing like a bunch of other things and not just relying on the nail polish, but I have to say, they're just so like a joy to work with. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. They apply very nicely. Okay, so I was waiting for this to dry. Up next we have You Occupy My Occupy My Heart. That's pretty good. This one has a barely there situationship, okay? It's not a full-on cream, but this is not gonna translate to the nail. Do you guys see like that little shifty thing? I don't think that's gonna translate to the nail, we'll see. Actually, I'm gonna do it on my thumb to give these nails a little bit more time to dry. But this looks like it's gonna have a fantastic formula. Look at that. That right there. That right there is gorgeous. Every time they come with a pink, they do a fantastic job. Morgan Taylor has these pinks down. And it makes it very hard for me as a reviewer and all of us. When you have a polish that has this amount of coverage on just one coat. Of course, I didn't do it too thin, okay? So let's say, let me try to do it very, very thin and see what happens. Like I'm really pressing down. I'm really pressing down, not floating anything, right? And my light just gave out. Tonight is not my night, you know? It's just one of those nights that things are just not working properly. Okay, anyway, so I did this one a little bit not too thin, right? I did it normal. And this one I really pressed down, and look at that coverage and that opacity. When you have brands giving you that, I'm changing my battery, sorry. When you have a brand that can give you this, it is very hard to justify one that just doesn't. Or it's like, come on, if Morgan Taylor can do it, you can do it. especially if you're a bigger brand than them. So anyways, Corally Invited. This one's probably like very white based and might be streaky, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, more creamy than I expected, so that's good. I'm gonna let it dry and do a second coat. Not too bad. But I just kind of knew it. Like once you take it out of the bottle, you kind of can tell if it's gonna be like, you know. And then we have, what are you? Ride the Wave. There's a lot of blingy glitter in there. Okay. Let's go. This is probably gonna be super pretty. And I need like cuticle oil, baby. I don't know. This one looks like kid nail polish. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's just not my thing. This is not my thing. It's a jelly with some glitter, but it's combined in a way that's giving like no. But anyways, the quality is good. Okay, so first coat, not really very streaky or anything. You see nail line because that's just what it is. But yeah. I'm gonna do the second coat here just for no reason, but anyways. I'm doing it for the others, right? So I might as well do it for this one. And then you guys are seeing how quickly I'm doing. You can tell it dries demi-matte. It's not completely dry, but you can pat it and sticky, but not too bad. You can already do the second coat on that. Yeah, so, well, it looks darker in the bottle. Not really. It looks darker on the nail, I would say. And this one that's already dry, you can see the finish. That's like demi-matte. And I say demi because it's not full-on matte. It's kind of like satin kind of finish. But yeah, you can see how the shimmer thing doesn't translate. Not the shimmer, it's like a shifty thing. Doesn't translate to the nail. So, well, it's very normal for neon-y, bright type of pigments like this to dry matte. It doesn't have to be, but it's very common. Oh, the blue one. Yeah, we'll build it up. So this is the thing. When you have a jelly polish, okay? You're looking here at one coat. Whereas if you look at it in the bottle, you're looking through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a number of coats. So this behaves as if you had like a polished mountain of coats. The depth of the jelly, you wouldn't get that on one coat, but if you build it up, you will get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and try a second coat on this one, and then we'll do the blue. Very good build up, very good. This nail is very ridgy for me. It's been a problem for the past couple of months. Not the other nails don't behave the same. Yeah, so anyways, but yeah, this one you're gonna have to build it up if you're gonna get the same depth that you see in the bottle. And you're gonna see that just by the second coat you can already see it a lot darker. And you can do 3, or you can do 1 coat of a blue and then 1 coat of this on the top, and it'll be very nice. But the discrepancy in the depth of the color is because it's a jelly, right? Like I was saying, you're seeing through into depth. Like think of like the ocean, okay? When you're looking at the shore, you only see very little amount of water, and then when you go down into the ocean, you see a lot more depth. That's similar to what's happening here. It's just the light. That's it. Okay, so here you have the other 3. Now for this collection, if I have to pick a favorite, I think it has to be the coral. This coral is a winner, and this pink is amazing formula wise, and I also like the colors. I think they're very summery, very wearable, very nice. Okay, so overall I think the colors, I don't know if they're on theme or not, to be honest, because yeah, okay, this is Sebastian, and I guess this is the flounder, and then you have, I don't know, I'm missing something, maybe the sea, but like I'm missing some other Little Mermaid kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like, if I see this without looking at the cap, would I say Little Mermaid? Probably not, you know? But anyways, it does have some aspects of the movie, so I'm not gonna like complain too much about it. Okay, let me see. I have 2 questions here being submitted. Oh, what base coat am I using? I'm using the base coat by Colores de Caro. I really like it. So far, I'm like halfway done. maybe a little bit. It has a little bit more than half. It's been working fine for me. It behaves exactly the same as my favorite from Dimension Nails. And I compare the ingredients and I think they're the same. So that's that. So I say get whichever you can get at the best price at the time because they seem to be behaving the same exact way for me. So, and then this remover that I'm using, it's leaving a cast. It has some acetone in there. How do you keep your nails from breaking? That's an interesting question. It comes up all the time. So nails that are flexible are nails that break less, okay? A lot of times people want to like apply all of the hardening products to make my nail hard. Well, so when your nails are too hard, think of it like a glass rod and they're too hard with zero flexibility and you hit it against the table, it shatters. That's where you break corners. That's where they shatter in painful angles and things like that. But when you have nails that are bendy, think of it like a rubber ruler. You hit it against something, it bounces back. You wouldn't want this nail to fold up. Let's say, well, mine are short, but say that they were a little bit longer and you get it caught in somewhere. You want it to be able to fold and bounce back. You don't want it to shatter. Yeah? So we attain that with oiling. Oiling increases the flexibility of the nail. That's one thing. Let me see. Someone's asking, where do you purchase this brand? I don't know if you mean Morgan Taylor, if you mean Colores de Carol. If you mean Colores de Carol, you would just go to, I think it's coloresdecarol.com. So Colores de Carol in Spanish. If you mean Morgan Taylor, they have them, I think, at Beyond Polish, Amazon. But if you go to morgantaylor.com, in the area to shop, they'll give you links. I think they're also at Ulta, things like that. But I'm not sure which one you're asking. So anyways, to keep nails from breaking, you want them to be flexible, okay? Strength is not just about them being hard. They need to be hard enough and flexible enough, okay? You also don't want to use them as tools. Don't be opening cans, things like that. You need to think of them like a little extension of like a, like an extension of yourself that's kind of delicate, yeah? You don't want to be like picking at things or anything like that. They're going to break, right? Keeping them painted helps because you basically have a layer of protection on top of the nail. But I mean, there's a bunch of things you can do, but one of the most best return on your investment when it comes to time and money is keeping them flexible via oiling, okay? All right, up next, I want to go over with you guys the trio from Holo Taco. They sent this to me as PR and I kept pulling. I have a broadcast channel for people that are interested in voting what next content they want to see from me. And things kept coming up that this one kept getting pushed down and I ended up not sharing a dedicated video. But I just want to share them with you guys here because I think they're very, very nice. But they do have certain things that I want to show you, okay? So the first one is the toe beans. This is like perfection, right? It's like a pink holo. And you're not going to see the holo because obviously I don't have sun or a flashlight here. But in two codes, you're going to get a very delicate, beautiful, soft pink holo going on. Okay, I'm gonna do a second coat for you guys, but just want to show you. And then up next you have Glamethyst, which I did show this one on my story. It looks gorgeous on the nail, but it is a glitter bomb. And by glitter bomb, I mean glitter bomb. Okay, you guys, like all glitter bombs, this is thick. Look at it. Look, I'm gonna let it drip. Okay, that's normal behavior for glitter bombs, and this one's no exception. But that means that what you get as a pro of having a glitter bomb is that you don't need to sponge anything. You just basically apply the polish to the nail. But look, you can see when you're taking it out how thick it is. Again, if you're familiar with glitter bombs, that's normal. And it applies very nicely. When you're applying it, it's nice. But you have to understand what it is, I did a very thin coat, pressing down into the brush, and you still see the payout is badass. So there's that, okay? There's a lot of glitter in there. If you caught my story the other day, I enjoyed wearing that one. And this one, which is Royal Crush, has like a foily detail in there. It's not just glitter, it's like a foil. And to be honest, I haven't opened this. I have no idea how this applies. So I'm gonna be putting this on my nail for the first time with you. Doesn't seem thick, it's running nicely. Let me shake it a little bit. Okay. I've not applied this at all. Okay, so it's like a jelly base with glitter and a bunch of foily details. Okay. Thin coat, lots of coverage, but definitely needs a second, okay? I'm gonna build them up real quick here. I'm not usually a fan of foils. I guess this is why you can probably tell that I left it for the end. Like when I was grabbing them to wear, my first option was the Holo and then the glitter because I love glitter bombs. And then I didn't really like pick out the foil, but it's interesting because in my head, I think I don't like them. And then other brands and other collections that I've reviewed actually have foil stuff sometimes. I'm like, damn, when I actually have it on my nail, I kind of don't hate them. So I don't know, I have this idea in my head. Maybe I need to just wear a bunch of them and do like exposure therapy to see if it goes away. But anyways, we're gonna do the second coat, also thin, which is what I did in my story when I wore it the other day. You're gonna see badass opacity, okay? No need to sponge or none of that. But you need to be extra careful with this glitter bomb and any other glitter bomb ever. Please close it tightly. Please keep it clean. Glitter bombs are notorious for going dry in the bottle. I mean, they're already like packed with details. If you don't keep the neck of the bottle neck, I don't know. If you don't keep that clean and closed tightly, you're not gonna extend the life of your glitter bombs, okay? So don't forget about that. It's very, very important for glitter bombs more than anything. Because if you have a cream color, for example, you have this cream color, okay? And the chemicals evaporate, maybe nothing happens. Maybe it goes from being like really thin to a little bit thicker. Or maybe it goes from a little bit thicker and then you add thinner. But when it's a glitter bomb, it behaves, it's a whole nother story, okay? So let's do a second coat of this guy now. Damn, I want to show you guys because look, when the polish is coming down, I'm such a freak for nail polish. When the polish is coming down from the stem, it is so like satisfying how the light bounces off of the little metallic details. I definitely need exposure therapy. I think I'm wrong on this one. I am not wrong on pearls. Pearls are a no for me. But I do have to give foily polishes more of a chance, I think. I think I'm mistaken. I don't know, you know, some things grow on you over time. Like I used to hate jelly polishes. Can you guys believe that? Shears, nail line, all of that. I was like, insert puke here. I hated it. And then with time, now I love them. So you never know. Okay, so that's the Holo Taco Trio. I think they have good quality. I think they're good. So it's just a matter of preference. Do you like the color? Do you not? I don't know. Okay, let's move on, everybody. Up next, we have the Breathable collection from ORLY. And this collection is so beautiful. I haven't even opened it. Actually, I lie. I did open it to swatch it on swatch sticks. And it is so cute. I saw everybody like posting their PR. And I was like, damn, I could have sworn that I like opted in for this PR. Because I mean, you know, the second I saw the colors, I'm like, ooh, it's all creams. They're gorgeous. And I never got it. I don't know why I never got it. And people kept asking me like, hey, are you going to review this? I'm like, I would if they sent it, you know. And then they came super late. I'm like, at this time, people are already done with spring and they're into like, you know, summer colors. So I'm not going to do a dedicated video. But I did want to play with them and share with you guys what I thought because I think they are super cute. So let's see what we have here. And I want you guys to notice, if you've never been on my live before, you notice how I'm removing the polish. I'm not doing circles of death. That's how I call them. That gets polish all over your skin is a disaster. You want to press down and out. Down and out. One swipe motion away from the cuticle line. Okay? And then at the end, you can just scrub a little bit to remove the rest. But you want to do? And oh my God, I feel like I need one little quick dab of oil because my nails are looking like you're not ready for camera, girl. Like, what's going on? Okay, just a little tiny tabby bit of oil real quick. Okay, I want to answer another question in the meantime. So you would wear nail polish to give your nails extra protection from breaking? Actually, just wearing a base coat protects me enough. So I don't usually think of polish as protection, but at least a base coat, yes. This oil is just a cuticle oil from Shop NBM. If somebody can please help me and tag them in the comments. I do have a code with them. It is PLR10 for 10% off. It is an affiliate code. But yeah, these are oils, the cuticle buddies, and this one's almost gone. I love this bottle. The gradient's so cute. I need to pull up another one, but anyways, this is the one I'm trying to like finish, and it's on my desk. On my right hand, I have a Cindy shellac called Sugarcane. Okay, it's already growing, but it's perfectly in place. I'm gonna write this one a little bit more. I don't even like it that much on me. I bought the color because I loved it, but on me it looks like whatever, but I am not. Hi, Toya. I went over the Morgan Taylor Little Mermaid, and I went over the Holo Taco Trio, the Royalty Trio. And now we're gonna do ORLY, Breathable, whatever this was called. This is what we're doing next. Summer Retreat from ORLY. Hi. I'm just applying my base coat real quick. You guys, I apply base coat for everything. And this one I love it because it dries so quickly. It's a very thin coat, you know. I'm not like flooding my nail. It dries super nicely and quickly. Okay. Oh, I also, you know, I had a question from YouTube. I wrote them down here. One was like, what cuticle oil do you like to wear? And I like to wear anything that's jojoba based. Sometimes I even wear plain jojoba. I have oil all over my life, okay? I have in the car, in every purse, in my work desk, in my nail desk, in the little table next to my room, in my kitchen. I have it everywhere, okay? So sometimes I'll be using plain jojoba oil. Most of the time I have like all my cuticle buddies everywhere around the house. I have, you know, cuticle pens sometimes from other brands that have sent me PR that I use them too. So anything that's jojoba based, I like it. I just know it works. And I know they're not the only one that works. I know there are other oils that work. But look, bitch, like this is tried and true. I'm not gonna like reinvent the wheel and be experimenting with things. You know, I know this one works for me, works for most people, so it is what it is. So that's the one I use. That was a question that came from my YouTube. All right, let's get started with this one. Sour Time to Shine. Sour Time to Shine. Chartreusey, the lean's very yellow, but I do see some chartreuse in there. Like if you put it next to a green like this one, you can, sorry, I have hiccups. You can tell that it has yellow, but then if you put it next to a yellow, you can, I don't have any yellow next to me, but if you put it next to something yellow, you would see that it has green. So it's kind of like a mix. I think this collection is gorgeous. I really, really think so. And I hope, let me see the brushes. Usually the brushes from their Breathable are not chopped off weird, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna do this 3 fingers like I did with the other collection, just because the pinky is so tiny, you know, like sometimes I cannot showcase things properly on my pinky. Ay, these are so buttery and nice, man. The way they go on is just nice. I don't know how else to explain it. Let me clean it up a little bit because this is kind of like a big old mess. Okay, that was that one. And then up next, let me get this paper out of the way. Up next, we have, what are you? Are you Sherbet? Is that how you say that? Sherbet? Sherbet? I don't know. You guys, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know how to read certain things, okay? So, English is weird for me. I mean, you know, not weird. It's nice, but it's sometimes I just don't know how to act. Okay, brush is nice. Fans out nicely. Application is smooth. No complaints, but they are a little bit streaky on the first coat. You're gonna need 2, which is fine. That's like standard, you know. I'm not worried about that. And then up next we have Give It a Swirl. That's the blue in the collection. It's so beautiful. And I do want to say thanks to everybody that's like helping people in the comments, you know, answering the questions. If you know the answer, please, you know, feel free to help out, because the way my phone's set up, I cannot see the comments that are rolling in. And I don't mean to ignore you guys, but I just don't have a way to do the live and read the comments at the same time, you know. So that's why I say, if you have an actual question that you want me to talk about, for sure, just put it in the little question box and I'll go over them. This applies very nicely and self-levels very nicely. Oh, so nice. So nice. But, you know, it's not like badass opacity in the first coat, okay? You can see there's some streaks in there, but it's going to be fine on the second. All right, so if you touch this, okay, look. It's already dry enough that it's tacky, but it's not like a pool of liquid. There is no need for you guys to wait 3.5 years between coats. There is no need, okay? I know people that are waiting long periods of time. Imagine if the salons did that. You do not need that. Just trust me. Unless if you're doing like polished mountain, like Simply No Logical, you do not need to wait that much. It's just a waste of your time. It really is. Like look at that. The second coat goes in pretty good. Nothing happens. You're fine. You don't need to wait that long, okay? Like I'm doing this real time with you guys, and you can already tell that the second coat just goes on perfectly fine. Nail polish is not made for you to have to wait 3 hours in between coats. And don't laugh at me if you think I'm exaggerating. There's people that are doing one coat today and one coat tomorrow. I'm not even joking. I don't want you guys to do that. Like, especially if you're busy, if you have kids, if you're trying to do chores, if you have a job, like, come on, don't, No, we're not doing that, okay? Okay, these are 2 coaters, all of them. Very cute. I'm going to remove them and we're going to go on to the next 3. Like a little bit of extreme flash swatching, like quick swatching. I remove it even before it's fully dry. And the reason the top layer is able to like remove the under layer that I just said was kind of dry is because once you put the wet layer on top, it kind of like softens it a little bit, which is why we use like the quick dry top coats that just flatten everything down, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube, okay? Don't worry. This was actually supposed to be a YouTube live, but the problem is that my software crapped out on me, and so I had to do it on Instagram. And the reason why I like to do it on YouTube is because the camera over on the YouTube live setup that I have is much clearer, much nicer, much more like color accurate than this weird thing that Instagram allows. I don't know why the camera on the Instagram live is so bad. It's the same camera from the same phone. It's just, they just messed with the settings or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I have another question and I don't really know. If you purchase a polish, where do you buy it and where do you recommend? So usually I buy my polishes from either polishpick.com or beyondpolish.com. And there's also other websites that I don't remember the exact names. Please, guys, if you know, put it in the comments. Like, there's things like Head to Toe Beauty, I think, and then there's like HB Beauty Bar, and there's like Trans Design. There's a bunch of different websites that have nail polish at good prices. But a lot of these I do get them as PR. So lately I only buy when I want to review something for you guys that I'm not getting in PR. So, but yeah, those websites that I mentioned will get you covered. And then otherwise it's like stores. People like to shop at like Ulta and just Target, you know, because they have coupons like CVS, things like that. Don't sweet it. Oh, don't sweet it. Oh, that's cute. Okay, this purple. It's very nice. Let's see how it behaves. Very, very good. Very good. Oh yeah. This is a perfect formula right there. Wow. That's very nice. Up next we have Burst Your Bubblegum, and then the next one is Taffy to Be Here, and well, they're not dupes obviously, but oh yes, I'm seeing in the comments someone mentioned TJ Maxx. Yes, I do buy. I forgot about that. I buy a bunch of OPI stuff at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They have them for $4.99. They used to be $3.99, but now they're $4.99. And I actually do buy from local supply stores, but I never talk about those because unless you live in Miami, you cannot take advantage of that. So it's like, why am I gonna like rub in everybody's face that we get OPIs for $5 or Esse's for $4? You know, it's like, yeah, thank you, Larissa, but we can't buy it. So it's like, I don't ever talk about it, but if you're from Miami, hit me up and I'll send you some information from some supply stores. Very good, easy to work with formula. Doesn't feel too chalky on that white base. Smooth, buttery, beautiful, gorgeous. Kind of wish this would have been the ORLY summer collection, honestly. And my hands are all cut up. Like, the second I try to pretend like I can cook and do things around this house, it's like, I get burnt, I get cut, I get scratched. It's like, girl, do you even know what you're doing? And the answer is no. I do not, but I try, okay? I try, but look. Okay, this one seems to be drying a little bit on the matte-ish side, maybe. Anyways. I do have another question if I have a de-stash. That question came from YouTube. So the person that asked that is watching on my YouTube replay. I don't actually have a de-stash because I barely ever de-stash. But coincidentally, yesterday, between last night and the day before, I think maybe it was just last night, I did de-stash a couple collections because I'm running out of space. So I think I will be de-stashing more. So just keep an eye out on my story. I don't really have a page because I don't have time to run another little process, you know. So I just kind of like, I want to de-stash a collection, I put it in my story, and somebody just, if you want it, you buy it, I ship it to you the next day, the end, you know. But it's not like an ongoing thing that I have to be managing. You know what I mean? When I have time, I do it. And if not, I don't. This purple is perfection. I'm sorry. Like, if you like this color, this is it. Now, it is showing a little bit darker and more blue here on camera. So definitely look up swatches, proper swatches from people. But formula-wise, it is beautiful. Beautiful. No complaints. This pink also has a very, like, squishy thing to it. It doesn't feel chalky at all, but it has, like, full opacity. It is so good. This collection is so beautiful. I love it. ORLY did a fantastic job with this Breathable collection. Man, like, I have some of their Breathable collections, and they're so good. Like, there you go. That's this 3. If you like any of them, they're not going to give you any trouble at all. They're very, very nice. Okay, let me see. I had another question from my YouTube that said, would you ever consider joining Lacquergram? And I wasn't even sure what it was. Like, I know I've heard the name, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was. And I looked it up, and it seems to be like an app where you can keep track of your collection, and it has a bunch of features that are specific to the nail community. Like, I think people can like arrange their stuff and like get rid of things they don't want anymore. So maybe it has like a built-in de-stash feature. I haven't downloaded it because I honestly don't have time. Like I was saying, the same thing that I said about the de-stash applies here. I don't have much time to manage another thing. Every time you join any app of any kind, it takes time to manage it, right? And I don't have time right now, but it's not, you know, it's not, the question was like, would you consider it? I would consider it. I don't know if I would join right now, but yeah, why not, you know? I don't know if any of you have used that app. So somebody said, I think that they almost joined it. I don't know. I don't think I have downloaded it or anything. Oh, I think like people, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I got the impression that maybe the app has built-in, like the collections, let's say when OPI releases a new collection, maybe they have some sort of a built-in feature that you can say if you have it or not, and then you kind of like can fill it in, if you will. I don't know if that's how it works. But it definitely seemed kind of like interesting, you know? Okay, let me see what else I got for you guys. I got a bunch of polish from Kokie Cosmetics, and the reason why I want to share them with you, this is another example of what I was saying earlier, of like so many brands, so little time, like how do people decide, right? Okay, there we have some interesting stuff here. Beautiful green. Let's see. This is another brand that you can find at Sally's, okay? And their formulas, most of the time, I think they're okay. A lot of them are one coaters, actually. The brush is like the OPI China Glaze kind of brush, okay? That little flat thing. And I think this is another brand that kind of like goes under the radar because there's so many. There's so many. Like at this point, new brands just have to kind of like fight for space in the market. It's not like people are just gonna volunteer and say, I have collected OPI my whole life. Let me go get a Kokie, whatever. And it's just not how people work. It's hard to break through and make people want your brand, you know? This oil is an oil by Shop NBM. You can find them at Shop NBM. And that's what it is. It's a jojoba base, but it has a bunch of other stuff on their website. They list all the ingredients and everything. It's basically the brand that I'm always talking about in my story. That's just another color. Okay. Oh my Jesus, baby. What the... Look at what I just did. I have to show you guys because you will not believe. When I tell you guys that I'm a complete mess and a hulk and just clumsy, I'm not joking. Like, I do these things. Look, that's why I'm all freaking full of cuts from the kitchen. My goodness gracious. Hold on, you guys. Ay, 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 girl. What the hell are you doing? Oh, look at this. Look at this mess. Horrible, I tell you. Horrible. And this, from the mess that I made, looks like a milky pink. It looks like some sort of a milky color. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm making you guys wait. But you guys, this is the beauty of lives is like, you cannot edit shit out. It's like, you gotta just write it. So, here we are. Writing this mess that I made. Okay, almost done. One more second, and we'll be done. And now this thing is like just... Anyways, what I was saying before this mess happened, that it's very hard. So if you are walking down the aisle on your Sally Beauty Supply and you see one of these bottles, first thing you're going to say is nothing. You're probably going to say nothing. You're just going to keep walking. How many of you have seen a new brand? It could be this one, it could be Morgan Taylor, it could be anything. And if you haven't heard somebody talk about it, you just say, I'm gonna give it a try. How many of you actually do that? Put it in the comments. Do you guys try new brands that you see on the shelves? And how likely are you to actually go ahead and do that? I feel like people are more likely, believe it or not, to buy a brand that they see somebody on social media use than something when they're walking down the aisle. It just doesn't happen. And I wish brands understood that. They just don't. It's like, baby, you need to pay influencers or somebody for an ad. Otherwise, you're just gonna sit there. I just don't know. They don't get it. But anyways, I wanted to share them with you just in case. Okay, this one's called Classic. Is that? Yeah, that's what the name is. Classic. Makes sense. This is giving me the vibes of like Essie ballet slippers. And I'm gonna do it here on my thumb. Where am I gonna do it? This one's very streaky. If I do it on this finger, it's gonna be probably a mess. Let's see. No, it's not a mess. It's pretty good. And it is giving ballet slipper vibes. So I'm gonna do a thin coat and then we're gonna float the second. Not bad. This nail is very, very rough. All right, up next we have a Georgia Peach. Okay. And then on top of that, if you're trying to break into a market, you need to come with like all the ammunition, yeah? Like if you're gonna be new, you need to bring the formula, you need to bring the brush, you need to bring everything. Like you cannot try and compete with OPI and have the same brush that OPI has. Because yes, OPI brush is lacking, but they're OPI. It's like, there's power in brand recognition, you know, they can get away with it. If you're new, one of the things you can do to compete with them is do whatever they're lacking, you do it better. But, you know, as you guys can see, the formulas are not bad. It's just like, do people even know them? Had any of you seen this brand before? If you have, just say yes, and then if you haven't, you don't have to say anything. But they've been around for a while, and I just don't know if people know. All the envy. This looks like it's gonna have a good formula. Let's see. I actually don't know how much it is because they sent me PR. I've never bought them. Okay, this is a Corelli green. The color is fantastic. I thought it was gonna be a cream. No, it's like a Corelli. And then this one is Iris. This is a beautiful color. Oh my God. Let's see. It's a little bit thin, but it's so pigmented that it's easy to work with. Self levels, no big deal. Everything good. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I have no idea. Can somebody look up how much these are and put in the chat? Because this is very good. You know? Like, they're good. Like, if they were bad, I would have stopped accepting them a long time ago. Like, I don't want to have to deal with product that I won't recommend or won't even show to you guys, you know? The thing is that for me to do a dedicated video on this brand is very hard because who's going to watch it? Nobody's looking for them. I'm going to spend like hours trying to make content. Why? Like, you know? That's the thing that brands don't realize. Like, why would people just promote your brand? They don't know you. And nobody's looking for you. So, because for example, when I create content, like when I review an OPI collection, you guys are expecting it. So it goes both ways. It benefits me, it benefits you, it benefits the brand when I create content because you're looking for it. You're my audience, you know? And I make videos for you, not for me, because if they were for me, I wouldn't post them, right? Everybody's like, make content for you. Yes, it's a mix of you and other people because who's watching you, you know? And I'm not gonna sit there and force feed you guys content that you're not interested in. So I will expose you to new brands every once in a while. Like now, maybe you walk by one day, you see a Kokie color and you like it and you remember, oh, that's the one that Larissa showed her whole life, you know? So I will expose you to new brands every once in a while, but I'm not gonna like make it my life mission to force feed it to you, you know? You guys already have things that you know you like. So I review what you wanna see. That's it. That's, you know? That's why you guys see me asking sometimes, hey, by the way, this brand reached out to me. Are you guys interested? And if you're not interested, I won't accept the PR. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so around $5-6, these are a good deal. Okay? This one is a tricky one, but this is my bad finger. That's why I didn't want to do it there. I almost want to give him another chance. This is like a kind of like a ballet slippers dupe, and it has a similar formula. I float the last coat, it could be okay. But you see, these are solid 2-coaters. They're good colors, you know. $5-6, why not? Now, keep in mind, I have not done a wear test because I don't do wear tests. But if somebody does and lets me know how it went for them, I'll share with you guys. They send me PR sometimes, and I usually share them. I have posted them on my feed, but I usually just share them on my story. I don't think that they have releases seasonal, like Essie and OPI. You know, you have collections, which is the meat of what I do for you guys, like review the latest collections. I don't think this brand has that, so yeah, the colors are nice. Like, not everything has to be like mind-blowing, okay? Sometimes not every product can possibly be the best product that released it. Like, that's just bullshit. Like, a lot of products are just good enough, and that's good enough, you know? Like, is it easy to apply? Is it affordable in my budget? Does it look nice? You know, is it not a nightmare to work with? Then that's good enough, especially if it's $5, you know? So, anyways, this one is called Rockstar. It has a very pretty gold shimmer. We'll see how it applies on the nail. Yeah, exactly. exactly what you said. Like, you wouldn't look at them twice. Why? You already have your eye on something else. So, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of brands, you know, I think they're stuck. They haven't realized that the times are changing. People's attention is no longer walking down the aisle. People are walking down, is that a thing? Walking down the aisle? That looks like getting married. Is that how you say it? When you're walking down the aisle of the store? Is that a thing? Or am I talking about marriage? I don't know, bro. Like, when you're walking around the store, okay? People are no longer just walking around the store to shop like before. People are going to the store to pick up what they saw online. And I think a lot of brands think that they can just get a product, make a cute bottle, and put it on the shelf, and that it's going to sell, and they are wrong. They're going to realize this. It's just not how life is working anymore. And the more and more people go online, some people are like literally chronically online. Like, baby, like if you don't promote online, nobody's going to know who you are. Anyways, let me give this a second to dry. I have a question coming in. Let me see what it is. Would you ever do a top 10 for each color? Top 10? Yeah, I would do for top 10 for each color. But the problem is, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. My problem with this is, like, whenever seasons come around, like, sometimes I'm not even done working through all the spring seasons, and already like summer's coming out, and I already have to like go in there and be reviewing summer. And there's a bunch of videos I want to do for you guys, like, and I don't have time because I feel like I'm always catching up to the, you know, to the releases, and I'm like, I think I need to change something. Maybe just give it a break and not do so many like dedicated videos on releases, and just kind of like do live, show you guys all the shits at once. I'll put timestamps in the comments. You can just catch it whenever you want, the piece that you're interested in. And then I can give you guys the information as quick as possible, you know? Because if I have to do dedicated videos, like what, twice a week, and then by the time I'm done with all the summer collections, already falls out. Okay, this is gorgeous. I'm sorry. Like, look at that. Of course, you have to like shimmers, but that went on so smoothly. Like, there's nothing to critique. You know? Nothing to critique on this polish. And if you're walking down the aisle getting married at Sally's, you wouldn't think of this, you know, to pick it up. You just wouldn't. Now, this is a horrible finish. I've seen brands do this finish before. It's like that cloudy jelly thing with glitter in it. I don't like it, but we'll see. I don't like it unrelated to Kokie, okay? The formula is good. It's just not my kind of shimmery topper thing, but anyways, whatever. This one is very good, actually. The one that's called Rockstar. And this weird disco ball vomit is called Crown Jewel. It's not for me. It is not for me. But this one's gorgeous. This one is very, very pretty. Oof. I'm gonna try to build it up real quick here, just to see how it looks if I build it up in 3, but I'm not gonna make you sit through it. I'm just dumping. Oh, this is very nice. This one's nice. Okay, so, you know, it's a good little polish for $5. You know? So, okay, let's move on. But yeah, remember, so if you see something from this brand and you see it on sale, don't be scared of them. They're good enough, you know? And then the next thing I have is some Butterlondon stuff. And let me tell you, they sent me this collection. Their collections are tiny. They're just 4. And the interesting thing is, lift to open. Jesus. Okay, hold on. There's a sticker here that I need to remove. Don't do this with your nails, you guys. Don't do what I'm doing. They sent this to me in a PR package a while back, and they one of them actually broke. I think it was this one that broke, and it broke in such an obscene way. Like, it broke, like, you know how sometimes polishes like break in a little corner and they mess up paper, or sometimes they break over here, mess up. No, this broke in an explosive, I am here, in a diva explosive kind of way. Like, I couldn't save the others. It was so bad. The way that it broke, it was so disastrous. And I know I'm being dramatic, but I swear, it was so bad that I just dumped the whole thing in the trash. I couldn't save them. And so, you know, whatever, they touched base. I don't know how we were talking on email, and I told the lady, I was like, you know, I never really like got that spring collection because, well, whatever, it exploded. And she sent it to me again. So here we have them. I'm gonna show them to you real quick. It's just 4 of them. This is a brand that I actually find sometimes at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, actually. I own some of them that I bought myself for the very discounted price of $4 because I cannot afford $16 cream. Yeah, but if you can, I'm gonna show them to you. So there you go. I don't even know what the price is. I think they're like 16 bucks. So anyways, if you didn't catch what I was just doing, they come like this. What did I do? Okay, like that. And then to use it, you wouldn't use it like that. You unplug this thingy and then just use it like this, okay? Oh, yeah, I need to put the base coat. Oh my God. 18 now. Okay, so yeah, I'm not that type of, I don't got it like that, how my friend Toya says. I got it, but I don't got it like that. I definitely don't got it like that. I cannot, but you know, budgets are personal. I'm not here. I'm not a financial advisor page. Some people have a lot of money. Some people don't. That's fine. So I show them to you. You decide if they're for you or not. You know. While this dries, I want to give you guys a little preview of what I have here to show you. And this is something that I bought from Color Club on one of their latest sales. They had a little kit with all of their limited edition. I had this one separately, but I have missed out on the previous ones that I have them. So I'm going to show them to you. They're badass. They look like indies, but they're not. I'm going to show those to you after the, whatchamacallit, Butterlondon. And I think after that, we're good. I don't have anything else, so let's see. Oh, I want to show you the brush. And we're working with the same similar kind of OPI China Glaze type of brush. So if an $18 polish has this brush, we cannot say anything to the $5 one, okay? We will allow it. We will allow it. Okay, let's do this. This is streaky. First coat. We'll see if it builds up for us or not. Oh, and that was called, what do you call it, child? Let me see. What the? Codswold's Cottage? Like, even the names are expensive. Like, what is this? Bit of Sunshine. Okay, this is up my alley. This is a very pretty yellow, actually. All right, let's see. They are streaky on that first coat, baby. But they usually build up nicely on the second. But again, I have a bunch of polishes from them that are near 1/4, and for 18 bucks, they better be, bitch, like, huh? Garden Party. They're so cute. The colors, when you put them together, it's such a nice little palette. But you can't give me streaky for 18 bucks. It's just not gonna, yeah. Oh, this color looks exactly like the one I have on my right hand. Almost. Does it? Look! Holy hell! It is a brother. Well, actually, this one's a little bit more yellow. The one I'm wearing. But close enough. Damn. Okay, let's see how it builds up. Let's hope that it builds up. Nice. Yeah, it does. They're very creamy on that second coat, but you know, it's gonna self-level, I hope. We'll see. And I don't know, does this scream spring to you guys? I think so. I think they are spring. It's a nice palette. I'll show you the top right now. So, you know, when I'm reviewing polishes and judging them quality wise. I'd like to take into consideration the price, because if you're a $2 polish and I have to like finesse you, right? Because I like the color. Okay. If you're an $18, $20 polish, I shouldn't have to finesse anything. You've already finessed my money out of me. Oh, excuse me. I'm having a whole attack here. Anyways. So, they're okay. They're fine at 2. But they're not perfect at 2. And they're $18, so there's that. But I mean, they're pretty good. They're, you know. Let's see. This top coat. Is this a top coat? What are you? I don't know what this is. Let's see. Oh, the base is gorgeous. I want just this base without all the glitters. This is a beautiful jelly base. Holy hell. It has some sort of a translucent thing going on and no streaks. You know, this is very, very nice. Okay, let me see. You see, I expect if it's high-end polish, when I put it on my nail, it has to give me some sort of a wow, because I'm not that kind of rich. Okay, I'm gonna put these on top of the other 3 just to see what happens. They came together, right? So I think we're meant to do this. Maybe not. I don't know. It's okay. You don't see it that much. I think I like it better by itself. I don't know. It gives it a cute little sweet effect. Like a garden, or maybe like one of those eggs from Easter maybe. But those Easter eggs usually have details that are maybe black. I don't know. Okay, but it's a cute topper. I like this topper. It's unique. This is unique and very, very cute. It gives like spring dress kind of fabric, kind of vibes. Okay, let me do a quick second coat here. And I think I'm gonna try and share with you guys. I think, you know, it depends. That's why you guys are gonna hear me say this all the time on my posts, on my story, on my lives. People are like, oh, brand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't like to judge brands brand wide, because I have a bunch of Butterlondon polishes that are basically one coaters that I bought, and they're, you know, what they should be for $18. And then sometimes you have things that are like, oh, it needs 2 coats, a little bit streaky on the first, it evens out on the second, but it's like, that's like already a whole poem. For $18, I want perfection almost, you know? And I do have it from this brand. So you see, you have to take things on a release by release basis, okay? That's that. And now the last thing I have are the color clubs. I want to see them because I haven't even opened them. I got them in the mail and I haven't even opened them, and we'll see what's up. But look at this. This one I did try it. Oh, baby. And then there's this one. I have no idea what it is. What the hell's going on? Is this a magnetic? What is happening? What is happening here? It's not okay. Just a bunch of stuff. And they have like the gold cap and all of that. Oh, it does? Oh shit, true. It's called Bespoke Lace. I didn't realize that. Okay, it makes sense. Oil Slick, I think is what this is. Multi-chrome beauty. And then the last one is a black to red to orange to like all sorts of things. Let's see, let's see. I am excited about these because I haven't tried them yet. Okay, let me see. There is a little question box that I can answer in the meantime. Where do you purchase? Would you do a nail nighttime routine video? Like what? Okay, if you ask that question, what do you mean? Nail nighttime routine? Like what I do for my nails, kind of like what people do for skin? nighttime routine. I think that's what they meant. That would make sense for a question, right? Like, what do I do before bed? So I'm gonna tell you while I do this cleanup and base coating situation. Sometimes, depending on the state of my feet, I apply the Carousel product to my feet in the areas that need it. And then I also apply it around the nail of my feet. Whatever you call it, toenails, right? But it doesn't have to be toenails, the other ones too. And then I put socks on. That's feet care right there. And then for my hands, I actually depends. Some days I feel like I need Carousel on my hands as well, and I put it. Some other times I just do cuticle oil. Sometimes I do a balm. It depends. I don't follow the same one every night. It depends how I feel, right? But yeah, that's it. It's very simple. You know, I apply a lot of oil during the day and balms and stuff. So usually by the time nighttime comes, unless if I did like a bunch of dishes and didn't wear gloves, which you shouldn't be doing, but sometimes I do it, or a lot of like chores or things where my hands took a beating, then I'm a little bit extra careful. All right, so for my right hand, somebody saying what type of polish it is. This is shellac, C&D shellac. And you guys can see, like in one live, how many times I've touched remover. That's why I cannot have regular polish on my right hand, because if I'm swatching, there's nothing I can do. But yeah, I don't really do tutorials for gel stuff. I used to at some point, and then months ago I stopped. I think I have reasons for it, but I do wear it myself. I just don't teach it online. There's a lot that needs to be done properly when you work with gels. There are a lot of things that are very serious that need to be considered, and in the DIY world right now, people are doing all sorts of crazy shit, causing all sorts of crazy allergies, and I just don't want to have that responsibility. I love this base coat. This is the one from Colores de Caro. I really love it. It's the same one as the Dimension Nails one that I've loved for years. So I just grabbed this bottle. I was sent it in PR months ago. I hadn't used it. I started using it. The second I started using it, it seemed familiar because I'm very used to the Dimension Nails ones. So I was like, this looks familiar. And then when I looked into them, I think they're the same. Okay, so let's start playing with the color clubs, okay? This one is called Midnight Magic. And it's like a jelly indigo blue. Is that what you would call this? Indigo blue, indigo purple? I don't know. So yeah, it's either Colores de Caro or Dimension Nails. They both are called the same, something with garlic. The garlic has nothing to do with the reason why I like it. It's just a good base coat. That's it. I like to wear it on its own. You guys have seen here on this live how quickly it dries. So that's very convenient for me. Okay, this is a jelly. I knew because this one I have worn this one. It's a jelly base with some sort of like a, what's this color? The color of like the penny, the copper. Is that what they said? Or how you say that? This reddish type of thing. Anyways, I have an actual full-on video on my YouTube channel that is made out of OPI colors that are good for weddings. I saw someone ask about wedding, but OPI Don't Bossa Nova Me Around is like a gorgeous color for wedding day. T, I don't know if they're still available or not. This one's called All Wrapped Up, and I want you guys to take a second to admire the Color Club brush. It is a beauty. Beautiful wide paddle brush, thin when you flip it. Fantastic brush. And this is nothing to do with them being in the gold little cap. All of them have this wonderful brush. So the only reason why a brand would not have these types of brush nowadays is because they either don't know their audience, they don't know what other brands are doing, they're not paying attention. There's no reason why brands shouldn't have these brush. And I'm talking about like mainstream brands. I'm not trying to talk about like small brands that are like indies or whatever. Even those have amazing brushes. So if they can do it, come on. You know you can too. Oh shit. This is good. Look at that. These are $8. Well, actually, just kidding. The ones with the gold cop or more expensive. They're limited edition once a year, and once they're out, they're out. I got this kit, I don't know how, but maybe they still have it, so yeah, I don't know. But this is one coat, you guys. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't have a favorite brand anymore, to be honest. I used to, but now I don't. Essie used to be my favorite brand, and in this quote-unquote journey of nail polish that I'm on, I have discovered so many brands, and I couldn't even tell you. Lucky Charm. Wet n Wild started the white brush trend. I don't know. Cannot confirm nor deny. Stop it. Stop. I mean, these are not summer colors, so if you guys are in that summer mood, these are not for you. Oh shit, this smells like something. Oh my god, this smells like candy. It's called Lucky Charm. I think these are scented. Not all of them, but this one is. I'm like, I was painting it and like candy smell just came up to my nose. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Not that I want you guys smelling nail polish, but I wasn't even that close. It came up all the way. Cyber Slick. Oh, this is so beautiful in the bottle. Okay, I want you guys to just look at it. My friend makes fun of me. She's like, you're such a freak. You love it so much. I'm like, I just love it. I look at them and they're like just so beautiful. I'm sorry, but oh, Jesus. Okay. It's marshmallow scented? Yes, I knew it. That's what it smells like. I said candy, but yes. Marshmallow makes sense. Okay, so this one's an oil slick. It's gonna need to be built up or put on top of black. I'm gonna just build it up. It's like a jelly. Oof. Oh my god, I don't know how to showcase that on this wacky ass camera and my lighting, but you guys. Oh my god. Color Club is underrated, you guys. I'm telling you. Black magic. Look at this. Look at that gorgeosity of a polish. Come on now. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, baby. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hold on. I want to show you guys how the oil slicks behave. Oh, hold on. How the oil slicks behave on black, because you guys need to see this. It's different. My people that are used to indies, you know. But if you're not, then you won't know, and you need to know. Okay? And this is Color Club's Black, another fantastic underrated polish, yeah. This is the blue that I just put on my index. Look what happens when you put it over black. Ay, ay, ay. Mamacita. That is beautiful. It's not translating. I know you guys are probably sitting over there like, I don't see what she's seeing. But trust me, in person, it is just beautiful. Beautiful. Just like this amazing black from Color Club. So I'm putting the black under and I'm going to put the polish on top. So this is the last one. So when you put it over black, you can barely see it. But the problem is, the point is that it shifts to different colors and my lighting is not right. So anyways, ignore that. I'm going to just put it on my thumb so you guys can see how it looks without the black. These need to be built up, so don't hate on them, okay? They're meant to be like this. You're meant to build them up or put them over black because the shiftiness comes up, you know, when you put in different lighting and whatnot, so. Anyways, let's do second coats since we're here. These are giving me like indie vibes. But they're not indies. There you go. Coppery flakes on a indigo purple blue base. And I just hit this against my boob. Why am I like this? Like sometimes it feels like, did they just give you those hands? Like, did you not have arms before? You don't know how to use them? Like sometimes I feel like a teenager, you know, when they're doing like growth spurts and their hands just like hit everything. That's how I am, but I stopped growing like decades ago, so what's happening? This one didn't need a second coat. I actually didn't get any of the $1 mystery ones because I have so many color clubs that I was like, I am gonna get dupes. I'm gonna get duplicates. I know it. Color Club does not ship to Australia as far as I know, and I don't know of any stockits. No. How do I keep my cuticles so hydrated? Well, it's a lot of prevention, a lot of oils and balms, and just making sure they don't get bad. So it's kind of like ongoing. It's very similar to when you ask somebody how is their hair good or how is their skin good. A lot of genetics go into it, but a lot of care and being proactive with care and not doing things that damage them. That helps a lot more than people think. And we do all these things for nail and hair on the daily, and we don't do anything for our nails and then wonder why our nails are not being nice to us, right? But we're not nice to them. If you're doing dishes without gloves, or if you're gardening without gloves, or if you're, just doing things that damage the skin around your nails, the skin in your hands, your nails, all of that, they're gonna take a beating, okay? And trust me, genetically I have good nails, but I don't have good skin. The skin around my nails is just constant maintenance. The index finger that I hit again is called Cyber Slick. And I actually love these two a lot. Oh my God, they're gonna be gorgeous for fall. Anyways, I'm like mesmerized because I got them and I hadn't played with them. So you guys are kind of like just chilling with me in my room as I play with them. I have no plan whatsoever. Look at this. Oof, mama. So good. I have a code for Color Club. Is Polish Labrat 20. Try that. I think that's what it is. Sometimes I get confused, but I think it's Polish Labrat 20. It's not an affiliate code. I don't make money from the code, but we do accumulate points that we can exchange for product to do subsequent reviews of other things or whatnot. So let me see. I have another question here. I'm trying to. I just bought the Kerasal. I seen it on Salon Live YouTube videos. Yes, that's how she's the one that put me into it. Every time I link it, I tag her. I think she's gonna get sick of me. I'm like, Anna, you're gonna get sick of me. Every time I talk about it, it was like, you have to give credit, right? Where credit's due. And she's the one that told all of us about it, mainly for toes and stuff, but also for the skin around the nail. It has very good ingredients. It works very nicely to soften skin. It is a fantastic product to kind of train the skin around your nails. And I'm working on this hand. It is so rough because this hand is my working hand. I'm not as nice to this hand as I am to this hand. And you can tell the difference. If you look closely at the skin around my nails, right now it's dry because I'm playing with acetone here and I haven't oiled. But it's even and it's whole and it's in one piece. And look at this one, how chopped off and messed up it is. That's because I'm not taking good care of both hands equally. I take better care of my swatching hand, which is I know it sounds weird to regular people, but for swatchers, that's very normal. We usually take better care of our swatching hand. I don't know what sensitive skin means because it can mean so many things, right? So if you have sensitive skin, I would just check with a doctor first and make sure that that's good for you. Remember, it's a cosmetic recommendation and shouldn't interfere with anything your doctor says. So if you normally have sensitive skin and you're concerned, check with your doctor first. Don't listen to nobody online. Okay? But I mean, the ingredients on the Kerasal stuff is very safe, but still, when a person has a concern, because they're usually sensitive to things, then that's very valid, right? You need to take it seriously and check with your doctor and just be like, hey, a nail tech that I watch online recommended this to soften the skin around the nails. Do you see any issue with me using this with my current skin state? And then they'll let you know. You always have to be, safe and ask questions, If you ask a question to somebody and they don't want to answer you or they don't have an answer for you, then maybe just don't listen to them. Or, or at the very least, they should tell you, go to your doctor. That's number one, safety for you, All right, so if you guys don't have any questions, I will let you go because we've been here for a long time and we saw a lot of polish, and I have to download this and upload it to YouTube so you guys can catch the replay. So let me know. Are we good? In 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.